to hear about this. No, I'm just tweeting about the show going live. You can go live.
Oh, you're just tweeting. I don't care if you say you're tweeting now. I used to be a big, I'd get hurt. My feelings would get hurt if you say that in front of me. But now I'm back, baby!
With Danny Jokes.
Have you ever had your Twitter banned, Danny, or locked in any way?
That's a good question. No, I don't think so. I've had YouTube, a bunch of shit with YouTube recently, but
oh yeah,
I've had numerous things with YouTube actually, but no, I've never had Twitter problems.
I'm back, baby! Whoa, 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 whoa,
We'll
whoa.
see. Don't get too far ahead of
processing around the room. I'm back! I'm back!
Congratulations. I can't believe you got unbanned before me.
Because you're a pedophile.
Coming up the rear.
What's that, Danny?
I said, imagine Vito will be coming up the rear.
I hope so.
With the unbanning.
Coming up the rear.
Coming up the rear is
Yeah.
the best way to put it.
Vito, you're going to be coming up the ass of justice.
I'm going to get my Twitter account banned, be coming up so many rears.
I said I'd shoot a rocket up Elon's ass if he didn't unban my Twitter. That's probably what happened.
I should threaten him.
You know what? This is a very specific problem, but for you'll start noticing this is how fucking annoying it is that regular people have check marks now.
Yeah. It is because you can't tell who's important.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, you're like someone tagged or whatever, and you go, "Oh, sweet, who's this?" And you go, "Nobody."
Yeah, I keep checking, being like, "Ooh, did someone important follow me?" And it's like Zagdar9, anime enthusiast.
Yeah.
14 followers.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
like, this is.
That's the worst part. It's not even guys who are kind of interesting who paid for it. It's literally guys with 50 followers.
It doesn't even make any sense. It's ruining the whole thing.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm going to ruin it more. Fat bitches, you have 8 hours to lose 40 pounds. Because when I come back, you're going to wish you had.
Are you going to get Twitter blue now, Dick?
Yeah, because I want to make people feel bad. Whenever I look at my things and I see a check mark now, and I'm like, ooh, and then I mouse over and it's like 40 followers. And then I'm like, oh, what a loser. And then I feel bad for thinking like, oh, man.
Why do you feel bad? They are a loser. How do you only have 40 followers on Twitter?
I think it's like if you're on Twitter, your natural inclination is when you see that to just go look, right?
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a habit. I habitually go check, and then I'm like, but now it's always nobody.
I don't want to be disappointed because somebody liked my thought. Like, I don't want to think badly of them.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like an elitist. It's just ruining the purpose of it, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's going to recolor them. Didn't he say that?
I hope so. That'll be the move.
Yeah, but then I'm going to have the shitty colored one because I never
got pedo color.
They never verified me for some reason.
But I'm sure you'll be able. You're enough of like a public figure.
I think at this point I'm getting to the point.
You guys will both be able to get proper verifications, especially because you're not like anonymous or anything.
Yeah, if they fix that verification system, because I've applied a bunch of times and they're like, oh, I don't know.
Well, that was in the old times.
Now it's the Musk times. Why you're way too happy about this?
Because I've been on person for 5 fucking years, dude.
I know.
You don't know what it's like living in constant terror. Like the Twitter Nazis are gonna kick in your door and pull you out of your basement.
Yeah.
That's what it's like to have been me for 5 years.
I saw the things you were tweeting 5 years ago, and frankly, I think they made the right call back then.
My life would be so different
out of control
if I had been left on the platform.
It's true. It's a big. What people don't realize about Twitter.
You with Kanye.
It's a big self-promotional tool, but it's also a good way to stay in touch with like influential people.
Yeah.
You know, I have guys who
and chicks who send you their tits.
Yeah, well, that too. But I have guys who were following me on Twitter who I could be like, smoozing and making deals, and now none of them know who the fuck I am.
Who the fuck's this clown?
Yeah, who is this?
Why is he asking me for tit pics? Like he's already seen. All right, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Biggest problem in the universe.
Oh, welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from conservative dudes to internet feuds. How about that? That was from Dangerous Alcoholic. I'm your host, Dick Masterson. Joining me as always, Vito Links. Joining us from New York, Is that still right? Danny Polishchuk, Danny Jokes.
How's it going, buddy?
On Twitter.
What is happening, fellas?
The great Danny Polishchuk is here. I'm actually very excited, Danny. I'm a big fan of.
Oh, thanks. I'm happy to have you on.
Yeah.
I was just telling somebody.
Well, I just like.
Yeah, what's your favorite joke of mine?
Since you're such a big fan.
I haven't watched your stand-up, honestly. I watch all the skits and everything. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
Stand-up, I always feel like you got to kind of be in the crowd to really enjoy it.
It is better, yeah.
Unless it's like a special or something. You've never put out a special, though, right?
I have a special on my YouTube, yeah.
On your YouTube? Oh, okay.
Yeah, YouTube.
Well, there you go.
_, Danny is my YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Who has YouTube Danny without the underscore?
I don't know, but it's not even technically my. It's so you know how they're doing like the handles now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's my handle. I don't even know how to find a page via a handle. Technically, my channel name is just my full name, but nobody could ever remember.
Is your handle at Danny?
No, it's at _, Danny.
Yeah, so that just means
someone has Danny.
Your URL is also youtube.com/@_ Danny.
You know what? Yes, but no, because it says my handle's Danny, but if you type that in, it goes to somebody else's thing.
Well, that's bullshit then. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I hate YouTube. Fuck YouTube. Okay, you ready for the results?
We're on YouTube though.
I know, and we hate it, and we're hoping that Elon Musk develops an alternative, like he's talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I think he will. I think he's gonna. Twitter's gonna be like just everything.
He should. It's a good idea.
He will.
Yeah. I hope he goes bankrupt and gets killed or something.
He already is making Twitter blue. It's going from $6 to $11, which is like a bizarre.
I don't need that.
What
price change?
I paid $3 for it.
How are you getting it for $3?
Well, because I got it like when it came out.
Well,
you know, maybe 8 months ago or a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I've been grandfathered in. I bought it just because you can put long videos on. That's the only reason I ever bought it.
Oh.
It's for like 8-minute video, 10-minute videos.
I can stop paying for all my burner phones and all my VPNs and separate browsers and bullshit that I have to get to use Twitter. Okay, you ready for the problems?
I'm ready. Last week we had the great Destiny was here.
The great Destiny. Conservatives won.
Dick wins. Dick is the winner.
What did you think? What do you think about conservatives, Danny?
I like them. Yeah.
You like them all?
They're very necessary.
Yeah.
No.
Do you like how they're like?
It's like cats and dogs. You need them both.
Like how they think having Satan in a Christmas movie as a joke is a big deal, and like
exactly. Like sometimes they're fun, sometimes they're necessary, sometimes they're over the top.
They see a picture of Kylie Jenner covered in the blood, and they go, "Well, obviously, 1 million kids are being raped by that somehow."
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely. They're good for taxes.
They got some pluses.
They bomb my enemies.
Your enemies.
Who are your enemies?
Who are your enemies, Danny?
Just anybody.
Let's see. Let me list
swarthy
bombing Syrians,
swarthy folks.
Russians. They're helping with that a lot.
No, I'm actually Russian.
You're actually Russian?
Well, kind of.
Russian.
Like my parents are from Russian. My parents are Russian, but they're like Russian Jews. But they left. But yeah, they're Russian.
Are you pro Putin?
Fuck yeah. No. My family hates him so much.
Really?
I can't even get them to go. They refuse to go back to Russia just because they hate Russia so much.
Well, Russia's super Orthodox Christian.
They're all butthurt.
Catholic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's kind of pushing it as like the state religion. So they don't really like Jews in Russia, do they?
No, they hated Jews. That's why my parents hated it, because they're like, they basically they did a thing where they go, Jews can leave. My parents are like, sweet.
Jews can leave, just like for free. They give them a free.
One of those things where they're like, hey, it would be sweet
there.
if the Jews left. And then the Jews were like, yeah, that would be cool if we left too.
Okay, and then Elon Musk,
second place.
I take back all my agreements on that one. He's no longer.
Now you love
problem.
Elon Musk?
I don't love him. I still want the rocket up the ass.
Yeah.
To space or whatever. And then Bad Blood, which was Vito brought in his friend having a fight with Destiny,
which became very awkward because I assumed Destiny knew that I was like Mr. Girl's like #1
husband.
Yeah, like basically.
Yeah.
But he had no idea, so then I had to like explain it, and they thought it was like a weird gotcha, like I was gonna accuse him of sexual impropriety, and I'm like, no, that's not what. Oh god, this. So that went off the rails very quickly.
I like Mr. Girl's set.
Did he do a set?
No, I like his set.
His actual set, yes.
Oh, with the TV in the background, like the old school.
And he paid for like a neon sign and everything.
He paid for that?
Yeah.
Say what you will about that man, but he's committed to lighting and good cameras and everything. I'm like always baffled by how high his production quality is.
We have a bonus episode up, just have to say, at the start of the show. Before I read the comments. The biggest problem in the holidays.
I got to put up a little promo video for that, but that was a great bonus episode. People made fun of me because I said it was an easy listen. It's just as good as every other episode. Everybody in the comments is going, oh, finally some easy listening. I'm like, I just meant, we're a little low energy. Maybe.
I think it's the worst one. If you subscribe, I dare you to subscribe to Patreon and tell me that and see for yourself that it's the worst one.
I didn't listen to it, but I think it's kind of fun when I'm like out of energy because I just go off the rails and I sound insane and I say crazy fucking shit.
You were talking about returning a lot of things.
I just started talking about all the times I shoplifted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was my holiday.
You're a big shoplifter?
Oh God, I love it. No, I can't do it as much anymore.
Why?
It's like a thing girls do.
But like you go to Target, you get like free stuff. I got a PlayStation 4 Pro for free from Best Buy.
How do you shoplift a whole PlayStation?
Well, if you'll find out if you listen to The Biggest Problem in Holidays, now available at patreon.com.
How did you shoplift
biggest
it, though?
Problem. I told you.
I forgot, though. Come on.
I went in and they put...
Don't fucking be that guy. How did you do this? I already told you.
Spoiler
okay, so
alert.
I have to fucking ask twice about everything?
I told
That's
you.
like my fucking wife does that.
Shut up. I'm telling the story then. I went into Best Buy.
We have plans on Saturday. What are they? I told you
just
about
listen to the episode.
them.
You have to pay.
Fucking say
you
it
have
again.
to pay if you want to listen to it.
Fucking say it
no,
again.
You
it's
listen
so
to the bonus
hard.
episode again.
Okay.
That didn't help me at all.
Keith Phil Dick
We'll get to the
says,
episode.
Destiny and Dick couldn't have more different politics, but always seem like good friends. America needs more of that.
No, how many of the dick-sucking Dick and Destiny are the greatest comedic couple
Destiny.
comments do you have? Because it was so great to go through that episode and be like, man, Dick and Destiny should have a podcast. I don't know who that fat sack of shit is, but he should get out of there so Dick and Destiny can have a conversation. I'm like, well, all right, great.
Well...
But I'm going to say...
improve on your craft
No.
of
I'm going to
podcasting.
say I did improve on my craft because I think I served an important role as the straight man facilitator, and I stepped back and I'll let you guys go wild, which was what the show needed in that instance.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were like a moderator.
One guy left a comment that said he respected my straight man.
That's what I like.
Attitude.
That's what I want when I do comedy is respect.
Fuck you. God damn it.
Invar's a lie, man. This might be the most fun Destiny guest appearance I've ever seen. Wow. Musfat says this show was so much funnier and higher energy than No Jumper. It's a shame It's a shame it'll get less views. What's No Jumper? Is that show where those gay guys?
I don't know what they are.
You don't know what No Jumper is?
Well, I know what No Jumper is, but I don't know who the hosts are. Who are the hosts?
What's Adam
the host
22?
of No Jumper is Adam 22. He's like this. He came on the Boys Cast. He's like a pornographer. He does porn with his wife, and then they have a show where they just bring on random chicks and they both fuck them. But then he also has a show where it's like hip hop and culture stuff and Destiny and.
So it's just a guy.
I
with
hate
weird
him
background.
out of jealousy.
You want to be him?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty sweet. And his dad, or I think his dad was friends with Bill Clinton.
What's crazy is somebody did post that. I saw that comment, but last I checked, our episode of Biggest Problem had like 150,000 views. And theirs had like maybe 250,000. I'm like, but they have like 1 million subscribers. We have less than 10,000.
No Jumper has 250. No, they have millions on many.
No, I'm saying for views.
Oh, for views.
Yeah, for
views.
views.
There's millions of views. I saw one today that had over 3 million views.
Yeah, I think the Destiny episode.
Get your
I'm
eyes
sure
checked, Vito.
I'm saying it
Yeah,
probably.
Vito.
I think they're going to get more residual views, but the fact that we, as a podcast with like no following, got 150,000 views.
Yeah.
That was big for us, and thanks to all our new subscribers, who I'm sure flooded in as well.
So he fucks chicks with his girlfriend, and then they interview them afterwards.
It's his wife, and I think they interview them first, but that's like on their paid thing. They have
that
all
would make
these different
sense.
things.
Why would you interview them afterwards?
But no, it's like his wife they're in like porn, and he plays poker, and he's like used to be like BMXer. He's cool guy.
It's interesting that translated into like a super successful podcast.
Do you have to do all that stuff to like fuck a bunch of chicks like that, like BMX and poker and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just could
think
never
so.
do that.
And he does like sometimes like 40 interviews a week. They just crank him out.
Yeah, because he's probably making a fucking fortune from that show.
Yeah, and they have all these weird just like gangbangers. It's pretty cool.
Okay, no arms, no life. Whatever Destiny is on. The show's hilarious. Great chemistry with everyone. See, I brought some. And he really just keeps the energy high. Great episode. And then here's a weird comment. It's from Vito Giswaldi.
Wait, what the fuck did I say?
It was on our Patreon at patreon.com/biggestproblem. And it says, somebody said if Vito really cared about the show, he would fix the cameras. And the comment from Vito was, Dick controls the cameras, not me. So...
Passing the buck, huh?
And the only reason I know about this comment exists is because I get an email for new comments. So you registered as your own profile to go into the Patreon and blame the cameras on me, even though we both have identical responsibility when it comes to the cameras.
Maybe, but you have the mouse and the keyboard. And every time anything goes wrong with the show, if the audio is weird or something doesn't go up or whatever else, I always, for some reason, they always blame me. And I don't touch the audio at all.
Yeah.
So I always am correcting fans. They'll be like, Vito didn't post the podcast
so I do
episode.
all the work, you're saying.
No, I put up the videos and the...
What do you do?
I put up the videos and I make the clips and I...
what videos? The video goes right to YouTube after
I title the video
the show.
and I make the thumbnails for the video.
Kitten Fiddlers
Thumbnails
makes the
are good.
Kitten Fiddlers makes the thumbnails.
Okay, but
I have to ask the AI guy to make the thumbnails. So what do you do?
But then I have to change the thumbnail to fit the YouTube format as a 12 by 9 or whatever the fuck it is.
You have an AI guy?
Yeah, we have an AI guy.
He's pretty good.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
I do a lot for this show.
Yeah, including running PR that's anti-me that you don't think I'm going to see because I'm not in there scouring the fucking How did you even know this guy left a negative comment about you?
I looked on the Patreon. I looked to see what people were saying about the episode.
Dick controls the cat. Like, what am I... Fucking
you,
Channel 9 News controlling cameras?
know.
I'm just looking at the screen the same as you.
Yeah, but you have all the stuff. You have the keyboard and the mouse and, you know... you do great work. It's just, you screwed up that one thing with Destiny.
Very fine
Should have
work,
mirrored
Dick.
him.
Caleb says, hey, Vito, I was just watching your YouTube video, and I think it's funny you shit on Dick for not promoting the show when the fucking link to the podcast is wrong. You put biggestproblem.com, not biggestproblem.show,
I don't know
you
what he's talking
retard.
about. I don't know where he saw me put biggestproblem.com. I don't even believe him.
So nowhere on your, big channel?
I don't think so. If you go to my channel, there's a direct link to this channel on the front page of my channel.
Okay.
So I'm promoting all day long. And I do the Twitter, and I tweet when the show's going live, and I make the promo image for the show that shows that Danny's going to be on it.
I mean, he's the one who messaged me, Dick, but also you didn't have Twitter until a few
There you
hours
go.
ago.
I coordinated the guest. Thank you,
Okay.
Danny.
Those are all the comments I
Yep.
have.
That's great because that brings me to my favorite segment.
Oh, shit. Wait.
A segment we will soon be visiting.
Because I know it's going to be too loud. Sorry.
Why do
So
I
was
always make it
messing
too
with
loud?
No, because I had to turn the volume up.
If you give me like a target audio level, I can.
You're hitting it. I just know it's going to be too loud because of the way I have it set, the settings right now.
Well, my favorite segment, of course, is called Vote It Up. So many problems in the universe. Which one of them should we fucking handle first? Fake news or pedophiles, which is worse? Seth Rogen, put him in a fucking hearse. Biggestproblem.show, that's the URL. If you don't go to the website, then go to hell. Vote it up or we'll throw you down a fucking well. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, Vote It Up.
Wow.
A tribute to
He
the
doesn't-
great
he's got bars.
Kanye West.
Yay.
Yay West.
Stop calling
Yeah,
him.
Is he
Don't
still?
shit
Is he
him.
Yay West or just Yay?
Just yay.
No, it's just you're dead naming him.
So he doesn't have a. Okay, I'm sorry that I'm dead naming him. And he said dead name too.
He's not doing it. He's not doing it to be racist.
Dick complains
though.
when I use a. I'm not being racist when I say dead
You're
name.
doing it as a slam to black
I
people.
am.
Not. It is not.
Oh, he is apparently. Okay.
Well, speaking of Kanye West, one of our favorite problems from episode 61 was child support. Dick, I believe you brought that in.
Yeah.
Well, according to a recent settlement, Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, will be paying Kim Kardashian $200,000 a month in child support for the needs of their 4 young children, North Saint, Chicago, and Salm. Kanye will also be responsible for 50% of their medical and educational expenses, including tuition, and 50% of their children's security expenses. So this man is going to have to pay. Ye will have to pay.
God damn.
Yeah, those security expenses can't be cheap right now.
Well, apparently the tuition is something like they all go to like crazy private schools. So I think that even exceeds the $200,000 he's paying per month.
He should just send him to me. I'll teach those kids what's up.
You're going to teach North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm what's
Psalm.
right from wrong?
No.
I didn't know the names of his
Tell them,
kids.
teach them who the real Jews are.
Well, that's a great problem. It's currently number 136 on the board.
Should be higher, man.
Well, the only way to get it higher is, of course, to vote it
Suck
up.
that child support out of my cock every month. That's my motto.
Child support killed low tax.
Killed many
and
men.
it's clearly driven insane.
That's why in the Bible men live to like 900.
Because they didn't have to
Because
pay
they didn't
child
have to
support.
pay child support or alimony or any of this shit. Sucks the life out of us. Did you know that?
And when
Methuselah had
when
all
your
these
woman-
kids and he didn't take care of any of them.
When your woman started nagging you too, you just bashed her with a club and just found a new one.
I just headed off to Gomorrah and found a new 10 wives. Another
Yeah.
great problem from me was too long of media from episode 24. Well, that's when, of course, your media is just a little too long. James Cameron's Avatar: The Way of Water is reported to have a runtime of 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Jesus.
For comparison, the original Avatar was 2 hours and 42 minutes, making this new installment a full half hour longer.
What's the Way of Water? Is that number 2?
Yeah, it's the second
I
Avatar.
hate this shit of like naming things. Like Superman 2, Superman 3, like Superman 4, The Voyage Home, like, oh, or Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, like, okay.
You want like a short subtitle.
2, 3, 4. I don't want like their address.
What about
and
when it's
zip code.
Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines?
I hate it.
So you know the machines are rising.
I hate it.
What do you want to do? Just call it Terminator 3?
Yeah.
What do you want to call Star Wars 3? You don't want to call it The Empire Return of the Jedi? Star Wars 6, whatever.
Well, they messed us up with
Yeah,
the
they
6,
screwed
I
that
guess.
up.
So I was on. If you get to 4, then you start naming. Not 2.
I just think there's no way you're getting me to see a 3-hour, 12-minute Avatar movie. I just can't imagine.
I watched Hebrews to Negroes. That was 3.5 hours.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah, but that's an easy watch. I mean, it's thrilling the whole way through.
Did you learn anything out of it?
Not really. I learned that I guess I'm a fraudulent Jew or something.
Oh, how come?
I'm not. Well, because the blacks are the real Jews.
Because they went from Hebrews to Negroes.
Yeah, they were the original Hebrews. I'm just an imposter.
Where did you come from then? If they are the real Jews, like where did the fake Jews come from?
How could black people not rhyme a movie like that?
That's close, right?
It's not close.
Yeah. Where did I don't?
Should have been
I
from
guess we just came from
Hebrews.
Europe. We came from Europe,
and then you got
then
started disguising yourself as Jews.
We stole it from them. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
they lost it, and then as crafty Jews do, we kind of go, "Thank you, we'll help ourselves to that," and then we
Fake
became
Jews,
the
though.
Jews, and now they want it back.
Why do they want it
But
back
they're
though?
not
Like, what is
gonna
the
get it.
benefit of being? I mean, I
What's
guess
the benefit of being Jewish?
I saw a bunch of
Oh,
black.
Vito, come on, man!
How rich?
No, but
I get to come on shows like this. Are you kidding me? This is the fucking Hollywood big
But
time.
you don't.
right
No.
here.
But the fake Jews get the benefit. It's not becoming a Jew. You don't get all the stuff.
Well, that's what they want. They want the stuff. But they're
What? So all
deprived
the
of
so the
stuff.
fake Jews just go, well, you just run Hollywood now, Black Israelites. No, it's not a
Exactly.
reasonable.
Exactly.
It's
And
their
then we're- then they
God-given
think
right
the
to
Jews
rule
like me are going to
Hollywood.
be, and they think we're going to be slaves now. Like that's the whole.
I did
the
see them
arc of the
talking about
story,
slavery. Yeah.
Is we become slaves? Like we're going to be good slaves or something.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like that.
I mean, if I had if I wanted a
Like,
slave, I'd
if
want
I-
like a Jewish guy who knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
if like if they did bust this myth open with Hebrews to Negroes,
Yeah.
I feel like people just looking for a spot to chill on Sunday or Saturday could just go to temple. They wouldn't really care anymore.
I mean, that's the weird thing is nobody's really stopping them from being Jews. There's very much an element of their like. Not only do they want to be Jews, but they want us to not be Jews.
Right, because you guys are the fake ones, and they're all mad.
Because they're the
Like,
fake ones.
They don't
We're
want
making them look bad with our
Right.
lack of melanin.
It's like
and
when you're a
whatnot.
fan of a band and then a bunch of posers show up. It's like you can't really enjoy the music anymore. You're like, I got to get all these fake Jews out of here, then I can go back to really running the world and whatever else.
yeah.
I hate the fake Jews.
Anyway, Too Long of Media, currently number 282 with 106 down votes. So why don't you guys go vote that up? as part of the voted up
So
initiative.
many problems in the universe. Which one of them should we fucking handle first? Fake news or pedophiles, which is worse? Seth Rogen, put him in a fucking hearse. Biggestproblem.show, that's the URL. If you don't go to the website, then go to hell. Vote it up or we'll throw you down a fucking well. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
There you go, folks.
This is a Kanye song?
Yeah, you never heard that? Where he
I
sampled?
heard it. I didn't know they were a Ye song.
Yeah, well, that he sampled Daft Punk.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, it's a great one. That's one of his good ones.
Solid song.
Danny,
I'm definitely able to separate the artist from the art.
Yes.
do you think there's enough room in Israel for all of Africa?
No,
Ooh, probably not.
it's not a solution.
That's actually one of their arguments too. Is they go, it obviously all makes sense because Israel is just Northeast Africa. How could those people? They go, how could they not be Israelites? The black people.
Just build a bigger wall.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the Jews, if the Jews are smart, they should all in Israel, they should just dip out of there, make it like a reality show or something. And we're all moving and just buy an island somewhere. It's a tiny country. Buy some Caribbean island and just move everything out of there.
They really,
Every person moved like all the temples, all that shit.
yeah.
Just like by plane or boat or something. Just fucking
Dig it
scram.
up, shit all over that
Take a
box.
message, Jews. They don't want you there.
Yeah, but we want them there. That's the point. The U.S. is like, no, stay there. So
Yeah,
our,
America.
So our
That's
missile
maybe my
bases.
favorite
we?
thing
What
right
do you
now.
mean, we people?
America. The
America.
Americans.
Yeah.
That's maybe my
American
favorite thing is people are
standpoint.
so mad that America sends Israel money, and you're like, you think they're just doing that out of the kindness of their heart? It's like a fucking 51st state for you guys.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's goddamn atrocity.
Well, I wish the Africans were running it. I'm sure they'd do a bang up
Soon.
Oh,
job.
they would fix things up.
Oh,
Whatever that
real
means.
nice. they
Send
would.
send Coney in there. We're not gonna have any more problems with this whole
Yeah, next thing you know,
rock that Muhammad jumped into space from inside the cube that nobody could see. All right?
yeah.
We're not going to have any more dress code.
I don't know. if
Guess
we-
what? The
Pajamas for
13th
everybody.
tribe of Israel's here, guys. Oh, they're going to be doing a little redecorating. They've got a problem with your dress code, as in they are not going to follow it. Go ahead and take it up with them.
This is not a good plan.
And by the way, you can't see them at night, so have fun with that.
you
They're
fucked- you
invisible
fucked on
like
that.
the Predator.
yeah.
Well, they gotta blink at some point.
Very true.
Okay, is it my turn first?
Yeah,
this
Stick
week,
as
'cause
the
I
winner.
won?
Why don't you lead us off?
My problem is the war on anonymity. Yeah. So you see, Jordan Peterson got back onto Twitter, and he's like retarded now.
Now,
Yeah.
was there ever a point where you were buying into the Jordan Peterson? I think right at the beginning, I was like, hey, this guy, is taking a stand.
Yeah. Before he thought he was like Elvis. Before he was
Not just Elvis. He thinks he's literally on like a religious mission from like Jesus himself.
He's
I
like
hate-
one of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I hate everything that comes out of his mouth now. I think the benzos fried his brain. Honestly, I
Yeah.
think they
He's
just
a little wacky.
cooked his fucking brain. Go
My
ahead.
girlfriend, she makes the bed every day, and I mess it up. I undo it every day now.
Are
You unclean the room just to make sure you
I
don't
unclean
end
the
up
room.
an old benzo addicted weirdo.
I eat lobsters out of spite now. Fuck Jordan Peterson.
I don't know if
Eating
that's
these
part of it.
Yeah, he said like he had some kind of lobster thing. I
Yeah,
know
but he
because
didn't
I
say
have
don't.
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
the
mean
hierarchy.
don't eat lobsters. That wasn't part of it.
whatever. That's what I do.
That's
I think you're thinking of Jews, actually.
yeah. Now you think
Jews can't eat lobsters.
Yeah. You got them mixed up.
And now he's like Mr. I hate anonymity, and he sounds like a weirdo, like supervillain, like
Yeah.
a Renaissance fair supervillain. When he's talking about it, I have some quotes. The issue here, he says, the issue that those touting the advances of anonymity won't face is that an emerging scientific literature indicates that a very large proportion of such posters are characterized by the presence of psychopathic and narcissistic traits. This exposes us all to radically polarizing influence of small percentage of bad lull-seeking dementors.
Dementors. Did he really say Dementors? Like Harry
Bro,
Potter?
he's a grown man who said that not having your full name and address on the internet
yeah.
makes you a lull-seeking
Lull-seeking
dementor.
Dementor. Okay.
The true danger.
That yesterday, right?
Yeah, he says
You know
like
what that's from?
what?
Why he said that? Because he interviewed on the Daily Wire YouTube or on his YouTube channel, but he interviewed Benjamin Netanyahu. Old Netanyahu.
Wow.
And the comments absolutely fucking lit him up.
Yeah.
Like next level. And I think he was like, oh.
Because he's pro
Misjudged
Netanyahu.
this
He's
one.
like a classic conservative in that way, right?
It looks like a
Yeah.
fucking infomercial
Yeah,
when
him
he's
and Ben
doing his
Shapiro
thing
love
on Israel.
Yeah.
Like Ben Shapiro's like, "Oh, see the amazing beautiful locations," and it's like the Wailing Wall, which is a shithole.
Dude, it's fucking. I've been there. It's all right. It's not that good.
There could be
Stinks.
more whaling.
It's like
Doesn't even hold a fucking flame to Jamaica.
yeah.
Jamaica's way nicer.
No. By failing to separate the anonymous cowardly troll demons from
Demons.
real people in the
Yeah.
comments section, social media platforms are enabling sadistic Machiavellian psychopaths
I hate this guy.
and narcissists.
Yeah.
Like we're Machiavellian psychopathic narcissists who are going gay on YouTube comments, knowing that no one is going to read them because
Right.
there's 30,000 of it because it is an infomercial for Israel, sold as like the biggest fake God spokesman, like the
Yeah.
closest thing we have to like who was the big televangelist of the 80s and 90s.
Jim Baker.
Jim Baker. The closest thing we
Yeah.
have to Jim Baker right now is Jordan B. Peterson.
Well, Jim Baker's back, but
Well, he's he's not good anymore.
he's not as good, no.
Now we need guys now we need men it's mental health, self-help for them to be told to clean their fucking rooms. That's how low we are in the value of men now that Ben Shapiro and Netanyahu have come and scraped the bottom of. And we are the narcissistic Machiavellian psychopaths.
I did think about that. I'm like, is that really all you gotta like? If I wrote like a self-help book that's just like, hey, don't pee on your hands, would like everybody go like, oh my god, what a genius, and he's revolutionizing how to talk to young men. I'm like, he didn't do anything, and now he does this thing where he talks in these grand, insane terms about everything.
He sounds like Damon Wayans is the prison guy that can't speak right. Like he's like, here to dramatically introduce you to a precipitation. Remember that guy?
yeah.
Remember that guy, Danny, in Living Color?
And Living Color, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you
Kinda
think
street
about?
pre- street
So
preacher, dude.
he wants to get rid of anonymity on the internet. So
Yeah.
everybody has to. You can't be Fudge Knocker 9000. You have to be Thomas Bradley from Walla Walla, Washington.
AKA Fudge Knocker 9000.
War on anonymity, and he's not the only one.
Well, I get the arguments where they go, well, the internet has become so uncivil and people interact in a manner that they never would before. But
You think I wouldn't call something gay in real life?
well, that's the other thing is that me and you don't have anonymity, and yet we still act like complete assholes. So we're
Yeah.
kind of like the
me too.
example of the opposite there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's trying to be like a professor and stuff, and at the Daily Wire, you know,
He's
So
really trying
he has a
to-
different set of standards.
Yeah, well, what does he care? He's just mad that everyone's ripping on him and saying.
I
stupid
honestly
shit.
go look at the comment section of that video. You'll see
I
exactly.
kind of do want to. I gotta check this out later.
Oh, you
It's
haven't
gold.
seen it?
But I don't get it. Does everyone who follows the Daily Wire know that they're like a super pro-Israel thing? Like, isn't that Ben Shapiro's whole thing?
They do. Honestly, you know what it is? It wasn't on the Daily Wire's channel. It was on Jordan Peterson's channel.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you've been paying attention much to the current news cycle, but Jews are not super in favor right
Interesting.
now.
I don't know what
So,
happened there.
yeah. So
So instead of
they're
doing
not
like
trending in the right direction,
Right.
if we could say that. So, anyways, there's a lot of people who I think they assumed he felt that way, but they don't like it rubbed in their face.
Yeah,
that
that
he
he's
thinks that way.
he's pro-Israel.
Yeah.
But what would happen if we got rid of the anonymous commenters? Then everybody just bottles up their Jew anger, and don't you want it out in the open a
They
little
have
bit?
to go meet in person like the old days.
Yeah. But we always had anonymous. You could always write an anonymous letter to the editor. It's just
it's
now
been the most important expression of ideas and criticism since the beginning of time.
It also
is
lets
anonymous
you-
comments.
yeah, it also-
Ben Franklin, all through everybody that's ever been hanged in the town square was somebody that lost their anonymity.
Yeah, they go, I wish I was anonymous when I wrote that.
Yeah, shit,
I
they
wish
found me
my-
out.
yeah.
And the next day, dead.
That's a good point.
Coinbase asked me to update my ID because my Coinbase account was like whatever. They're like, we need you to re-upload your driver's license.
They keep asking me for that.
I'm like, you guys are, all of you guys, banks, crypto companies, you're all complicit or actively engaging in fraud to the tune of tens of billions of dollars. And you're going to pretend that it's like for my protection or the world's protection that I'm uploading my fucking driver's license? Like that I would have a panic attack if it fell into the wrong hand? What? This is another war on anonymity thing. Like, I don't believe you. I don't believe for a second that me giving this to you protects anyone. I think you just have it to fuck people over.
That's a good point because, like, I'm always worried when, services are like, hey, in order to complete this information, we need your full name and whatever else. And I'm like,
why?
How do I know you're not going to... How do I know it's not just some guy, who works for you can just access all the accounts and be like, oh, I'm going to fuck up Vito's shit.
Yeah.
I'll say...
I mean, luckily for me, I don't have this problem because I had an FTX account.
What do you call it? I signed up for...
Did you have one, Danny?
Yeah.
FTX? Oh, did you lose anything in it?
A lot of money in it.
Oh, no.
Like a lot. And it wasn't even in crypto. My favorite is everybody goes, yeah, it sucks. Shouldn't have, not your keys, not your coins. I was like, it was in cash. It was in fiat US dollars, cash sitting in my fucking FTX account. I didn't have any crypto. I had like $200 in crypto.
Oh, God. They made it so easy to just let it sit there.
Well, I had no reason to believe otherwise. I was just like, I don't know.
I mean, isn't the fact that it was in cash, doesn't that give you the best possible chance of maybe getting something back?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Martin Shkreli about it, and he's like, yeah, maybe you'll get 5% back in 10 years.
Well, because Voyager, I was able to get back my UST, but that's because they kept crowing on and on.
Well, that's because they took money from
Danny.
FTX.
Yeah,
For me, that's how a Ponzi scheme works, Vito.
Yeah, I got my money
we were
back.
on different levels, so you got paid back with my money.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if all these anonymous weirdos buying all this crypto, maybe we do need to expose them all. Maybe that's an argument against anonymity.
I would love to know how that works in like a non-anonymous world. How you're supposed to whistle blow. Like every single check that exists in the world is insured strictly because of anonymity, and that's it.
Yeah.
The essence of freedom is essentially anonymous. And as soon as somebody do you have that feeling when you tell somebody your name for the first time of like I just felt something die. That's freedom dying. Because now you can't do.
I don't know about that. I was going to say, though, I've had a thing recently a lot of times where I'll go order something at a place. And then I don't know if I'm not paying attention, but then they'll call out my name. And I'm like, I don't remember giving you my name.
It
happens a lot.
How did that happen? How did they find it?
Like I pay with a card or whatever, but I'm like,
sometimes caller ID gets you when you call in. You ever call into like a pizza place and they go, "Hi, Vito," and I go, "What the fuck?" I've had that happen.
Hanging up.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Here's why anonymity is or trying to unmask people is a big problem. Is that any story I might tell that relates to this problem, I can't tell because I'm worried about
they'll get fucked over.
Yeah, that I'll get fucked, or somebody else will get fucked, or somebody will get doxxed.
Yeah.
It's just like a problem I can't even talk about is how bad it is.
And it's the first thing that guys, I know a lot of like boomers and dumb people use it online as an argument. Like, well, you're anonymous. Like, why don't you show your face, you coward?
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, because you'll just like go like fuck with my job and shit. What do you mean? What kind of thing is that to say?
Well, I hate when I'm on Twitter and people go, well, you're an anonymous troll. And I go, well, I wasn't an anonymous troll. They forced it on me. I loved being Vito Gesualdi and picking fights, but now I have to be Italian Pepsi man or whatever the fuck. Hopefully I get my Twitter back. But yeah, Jordan Peterson's crazy. And
we're on anonymity, driver's licenses, social security.
You shouldn't have to identify. It's like the same thing with the cops. Whenever the cops want to ask for ID, it's the worst. You go, no, don't give them your ID. You ever watch all those videos, the like First Amendment auditors and shit?
Oh, I love that shit.
Yeah,
they always get tased. Every one of them just ends with them getting tased.
Cop's like, tell me who you are. And he's like, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you shit. Ow! Ow! And then he gets like $100,000 and it's great.
It's great.
I want to be one of those guys.
Did you see that blind guy that a woman did that to?
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Why don't you get your thing out? And he pulled out like his
walking stick that she thought was a gun.
And she tased him.
And then she's like, all right, well, whatever. Why don't you go on your way? And he goes, what's your badge number? And they go, all right, you know what? I'm arresting you for disorderly conduct. I'm like,
yeah, the cops hate it too.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to be unmasked. They hate it. Nobody
Dick,
wants
does
to
your
know who
eye
they
twitch
are.
when you see shit like that and you can't tweet about it? Like when a woman does that, like tases a dude who's pulling out his cane, and you're just like,
Not anymore.
can't.
I've been living in silence for 5 years, like Nelson Mandela,
Yeah.
and now I'm free.
I'm excited because if the main account gets banned, I can make all sorts of fun gimmick accounts. Not worried about those getting banned.
I have like 7 accounts that are like 20,000 people that are now because they were all banned for ban evasion.
Yeah, exactly.
So now they're all free, right?
Oh, I want to get them all unbanned. The Victory News Network will return, folks.
Yeah, let's see here. Private, I got some stats, but I don't know if you care about that. Privacy and internet surveillance statistics show that 64% of Americans don't trust their government. That's it? Should be higher. Do you trust the government?
68%?
64% don't trust it. Do you trust the government?
Well, here's the thing. I trust the government.
Oh, my God. Danny, do you trust the government?
Do I trust? I mean, the government is just people.
I'm
But
saying
do
there's a percentage
blanket
scale.
statement? Do I trust the government?
Yeah.
I would lean towards no, but then
Yeah.
also like, I mean, sometimes I don't distrust them always all the time.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to
Like
say.
if they said drink this bottle of water and it's not, the seal's broken, what would your answer be?
If they said
I would
we
be
have
no
a
thank
booster
you,
shot
government.
for you that will make you lessen the effects of a certain health crisis, I'd take that booster shot. I tell you what.
66% of citizens don't agree with data collecting by the government. So a third of people agree with data collecting by the government. Wow.
Yeah.
And then
Some
you
people,
got
well, you always get the people who go, if you got nothing to hide, what do you care? And they're the
Yeah, those
stupidest
people are
people of
fucking
all.
idiots.
Yeah.
those are the worst people of all.
Anyone who says that to you is a grade A moron
So,
and probably has sex with kids.
yep, basically Jordan Peterson. I'm not saying he doesn't have sex with kids. I don't know what I can't tell you what he's doing. I don't know what benzos do to you. I think Andrew Tate fucked his daughter so hard that it made him crazy. It fucked his brains out.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. That's just my theory. The war on anonymity. We need anonymity.
Stay anonymous, people. It's a valuable. It's the most valuable thing you have.
Valuable thing you have. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you need the option for sure.
Danny, you want to go next? What's your problem?
Sure. My problem is it's a long running problem, which I do to myself, kind of, but it's this podcast called The Female Dating Strategy.
Okay.
Are you familiar with it?
I know about the female
Dick says he
dating
knows
strategy,
about it.
yeah.
I've never heard of it. I feel
Okay.
like maybe I've heard about it from like WATP, but I don't think it's.
I don't know.
actually seen
So,
it.
I mean, well, I actually went on WATP actually and talked about it.
Okay.
It's these 3 chicks who are basically permanently single. They're like, not attractive women, and they're getting on there in years, and they give the worst fucking advice on earth to other women. And their whole thing is they call pretty much all men are low value men. That's their whole thing, is they go all men are low value men.
Sure.
And and they're high value, obviously.
All women
but
are
they're
high
like,
value, of course.
Right. And all their advice is like, one of the girls just had lap band surgery. The other one,
Is that the
Oh,
fat
said-
my
one?
God.
Is that
they're
for
all
being fat?
different. Yeah. Another one, she was saying like, yeah, because she wasn't really giving to it, because they're all anonymous too. Back to Dick's thing.
You don't actually
Yeah.
see their faces. They're all
No,
just their
that's-
voice.
So I live stream and I listen to the podcast because we all hate ourselves.
yeah.
And I am the foremost expert. John said it. I'm the foremost expert on the FDS podcast, and nobody can find a picture of them. They're like, but you can
Really?
tell, like the one
How popular is
sounds
this podcast?
obese. They say that they
Big.
hit 1 million listens overall.
How many dumb
or something.
fat women are there in the
They have a
world?
huge
They're all
subreddit, too.
listeners.
I'm just saying.
But the
once you-
problem is they don't give them good advice like, hey, settle.
yeah.
Never will they say, hey, your standards are too high.
Yeah.
All their advice is like, you know what, you deserve better, blah, blah, blah. And like all these women are just going to die alone.
Yes.
Like that's all that's going to happen here. It's the worst advice.
Yeah, I honestly wish that even to young men, I wish there was the advice of like, listen, man, just like lock one down.
Lock
the problem
one
is,
down. No,
at
no,
least
no.
men advice is always like, yo, go to the gym, get
Sure,
better.
yeah.
None of their advice involves self-improvement in any way.
No, because
Ever.
women are perfect. They can't
Exactly,
do anything
they're
wrong.
perfect queens.
Can you remember any of their advice, Danny?
Oh, can I remember? Oh my God. Like, so if a guy ever says like, hey, let's go for a date, for example, do you want to go meet for a coffee? instant red flag. Like anything that's not like going out to a super nice restaurant for a first date is a huge red flag to them.
Yeah.
Are they all like catty about money? Like he's got to pay and he's got to pay.
All they talk
good?
about is money. It's their
God
like they talk
it.
about that a ton.
These fucking
and you know
bitches.
they're aware of the fact that they're on they're on an expiring clock kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is
The
and there's
eggs
all
are
these
drying
inherent
up.
unfairnesses. The big thing that they never shut up about is how guys don't wipe their asses.
Huh.
Like they constantly talk about how guys do not wipe their asses. I'm like, I don't never that one.
Yeah, I've never encountered that.
They're so
No.
fat. How do they?
I have no idea. One of them just said recently, she goes, I lost 50 pounds. And then she still said that she was dating a guy and she was bigger than him.
So all these women are unmarried.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. They're
Unmarried, desperate.
they're
trying-
structurally single.
Yeah.
Like they are.
And it kind of sounds like, given their
Actually,
preferences.
one of them, it looks like has a boyfriend. And it's
Ooh.
funny because Lilith is one. And then she has a boyfriend. But then she also said that she is leaving the podcast for a while due to ongoing medical problems and she's facing a lot of medical misogyny.
What the hell is that?
Oh.
I don't really understand what that means. I think she goes into like a doctor and it's like, hey, I'm not feeling well, and then they diagnose her, but the answer is not
and
the
they're telling her that
patriarchy.
she's
It's
fat.
like when you go to the
Yeah.
doctor and he goes, well, because you're a fat piece of shit. And they go, no,
Fat brain.
there's something
Vote it
else
up.
that is wrong. And he's like, yeah, well, you got to
Yeah.
stop eating pizzas and tacos all the fucking
Yeah,
time.
she's the Canadian one too, but she says she has a boyfriend now, so I think maybe she's
So maybe it's
out of
coming
the mix.
together. What do these
Yeah.
women want, though? Like, why do they want a man? Because it sounds like they're just
Men dead.
perpetually miserable. I think they only
They-
want the money and the free food.
They want to just men under their thumbs, like Princess Leia, almost like chained up, and I don't know. They're demented.
Do they ever talk about their jobs, like what they do? Like, do they have money?
One of them is in sales, I think, the British one, and the British one is like sounds like everybody who listens to this knows she sounds so overweight. Like it's I can't even explain it.
Yeah.
But everybody
all
knows
of our
everybody's
commenters have explained this phenomenon many times about this show.
yeah. Yeah.
What, I sound fat? Fuck you.
No, you don't actually though. Like
Thank
if
you.
I got
she-
voicemails to the contrary.
I
Okay,
recorded
maybe
a
not.
thing recently, and I mixed the audio terribly, and everyone's like, "I can hear your fat breath." I'm like, "Yeah, I just mixed it wrong. It sounds fine
Okay,
normally."
so the breathing, I agree. If you like the breathing, but she does. It's not the breathing. It's literally the talking.
Now I'm all self-conscious about breathing into the mic.
No, you sound
You should
fine.
be.
but-
Okay.
You should be. But no,
Everyone
hers
should
is
be.
it's almost like the way that it's like pushing on stuff. It's
Yeah.
like making
Yeah.
the air leave her
It's like putting a bunch of cotton in
face
your mouth.
differently.
Are they
know?
so fat
Kind
that their
of.
foreheads are fat?
Well, you can't
You
see
know,
it.
or they
Like the
like
whole,
this?
yeah,
We're assuming.
yeah. The whole thing is, and I listen to it every week, and every week it's just so much.
It sounds
work.
like a lot of modern women, though, that they
Yeah.
watched a lot of Sex in the City. They all think they're catty super bitches, and that they deserve
no, but these
everything
chicks
in
hate
life.
being. But they're like against liberal. They're kind of based sometimes. Like they're
Oh,
against
really?
liberal feminism.
How do they feel about the
Yeah,
Jews?
they're all over the place. The Jews, they're probably don't like
Today
them.
we're talking about
I thought
Israel, and oh my god.
That's actually kind of what she sounds like.
Oh,
but British.
yeah, I could kind of figure it out in my head. Yeah,
Like
I don't know
normal
why the modern woman. I mean, like, I try to explain this to women sometimes who I know, or I'm just like, you want way too much.
Yeah.
Like, to me, the ideal relationship.
Anything.
To me, the ideal relationship is someone where you go, hey, I need you to drive me to the airport at 4 a.m.
I'm not. I don't do that.
Why not?
I will not drive anyone. I will
But-
definitely not drive my
well,
girlfriend
now
to the airport.
there's Uber and stuff.
There was always taxis. So
Ah.
there's always walking as well.
Okay, but if she called you and she said, hey, my taxi didn't show up, my Uber didn't show up, I'm stuck at the airport, you would go.
Fucking hit the
No,
bricks.
no, you're lying. Fuck you. A relationship is just a moral obligation to ensure someone else's safety and general comfort.
Really? I think it's just a hole.
Well, that's not healthy either.
Safety in general. Safety? Like what?
Like-
Against what?
Against
Dementors?
yeah, the
Anonymous Dementors?
Well, it's you're both working together to ensure financial safety, health, or whatever
financial
else.
safety. Okay,
You're like a little.
Here we go.
You're a little team. That's all it is. It's I invest in your success, you invest in mine. You take care of the kids, I take care of the dog. But a lot of people want
That's
this
a fair
whirlwind.
trade.
I'm literally laying out the most utilitarian definition of a relationship, and Dick is horrified.
You're not good at
What do you
negotiating.
do for your woman? What do you do for her?
Nothing.
You buy her gifts?
I mean, I mess up occasionally and will buy. Yeah.
Do you provide her with emotional support and encouragement?
I don't think so.
Okay. God, I
No,
hope
you don't want
not.
to encourage them too
I'm
much.
there to correct her if she
Yeah.
does something incorrect. I'm there
You're such
to
a
correct
fucking
her
liar. You guys.
so that she won't do it again.
Yeah.
You know?
It's all a little bit of give and
disciplinarian.
take.
What do you do for your cat?
I grab a Q-tip and I make sure it's feeling good. My cats are well taken care of.
What do you do with a Q-tip?
Danny's behind on the show lore.
I'm not.
Just
I don't own a cat.
Imagine the
but
worst
I'm-
possible answer to that
I'm
question.
using it in my imagination, and I
Well,
don't
you
like
probably
it.
got there. You probably got there.
Okay.
We'll catch you up.
So are they
later.
recruiting new girls into this lifestyle of being fat and annoying? Or what?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that,
they are.
Are they keeping
But
girls from losing weight and correcting their
For sure,
ways?
because they'll never tell you to lose weight. They'll just tell you that men are shit.
Yeah.
Right? It's never your fault. I've never heard them be like, hey, women, Actually, you know what? They really don't like pick-me's. That's the only thing they don't like, is they don't like the pick-me women.
Oh, they're talking women out of being good. I know you're talking, like,
Yes.
pick-me's are girls who just try
Who
to
are like,
do
hey-
anything to be desirable to a man.
Kind of, and who are like, again, they're always like, oh, pick-me's are shit. And you're like, you mean like a lot of the women who are married with kids and families and stuff? Well, you're all single.
The ones who
having
put in
a-
the effort to be
I
attractive
mean, is there
to
a bigger
men.
Yeah.
red flag for a woman than a podcast?
No.
It's interesting that they're like, you just gotta accept me as I am, and I'm not gonna do anything to you. Like even I will go like, all right, well, I gotta make myself presentable, clean up a little bit.
Is
I'm
that
not
after the
I'm
show
not
that you
going
do
that. Yeah,
What-
not today, not right now, because you're not a beautiful
But I mean,
woman
like
that
a
I'm trying to
guy-
attract.
Not every guy, but a lot of guys, at least, you'll say, hey, I deserve a 10. And then you only go for 10s. And then after a year, you go, okay, I'm not getting any 10s. Let's move down to the 9s.
Yeah.
Tens are
And
a
see if
trick.
that works until we eventually reach some sort of equilibrium. Whereas they're just like, no, we deserve 10s and we'll die alone if we don't get them.
Men, what you want is a 6 with a job. That's what
Yeah.
you want. A lady who knows how to make some money.
Women
not
have a
just
different
leech
attitude
off you.
about unrealistic expectations, don't they?
Yeah.
They just like cope with each other.
'Cause they live in a
about
fucking
it.
fantasy.
You
That's why
think?
that's why every relationship I'm in, I don't know. I always end with these girls who are like, it's Christmas. And I'm like, yep. They're like, well, it's the most magical, wonderful time, and you're gonna take us on an adventure, and it's gonna be love. And I'm like, I don't know, I'll buy you some fucking shit, and we'll watch like some movies. But like, what do you want
Vito.
me to do?
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
Sounds like you need a Jew.
Who does not give a shit about? I need someone who doesn't believe in magic and wonder and whatever, and is just like,
you need to date a Jewish girl.
I
Is
think
that
so.
what-
Yeah.
They're, that's probably why I love Jews so much, is that they don't like do all this like fanciful bullshit. Like,
yeah,
oh.
on Christmas, you just get to go watch a movie.
oh my God, like, have you ever like dated a
Sorry,
Christian
they
girl?
don't do fanciful bullshit.
Yes.
They go to temple. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but dude, like, they don't really believe in it.
You
They're
ever
like,
heard of a blood libel?
most Jews are like, yeah, it's temple, it's fun, we're paying respect to our ancestors. But
Cope.
They don't have like a magic
No,
bunny
most Jews
rabbit
have a
that gives
temple.
chocolate to kids and like runs
We have a
around and shit.
magical money rabbit that gives gold coins to kids.
Yeah,
You're
but
saying,
that's fun.
So you're saying
That sounds way better. I did know about the money rabbit. That's true. There's no Hanukkah monster,
saying Jews-
who like pops out of the fucking dreidel and dances
Yes,
around.
there is. His name's Kanye West.
so you're saying that Jews don't believe in anything that's not real?
They're like, I'm saying they're less silly about it. Like every religion is silly, but the Jews are like, they're like, all right, well, even that's a little too much,
By how much?
I'm just like again,
Okay.
I'm looking forward to these YouTube comments. Let me tell you. Gonna look similar to old Jordan Peterson's if I had to.
Oh my god,
guess.
I love the Jews. They're great. All right, well, Danny, anything else we need to know about?
Do you know
these
the names of the
women?
female? Can we
Yeah,
track them down?
Savannah Rowe and Lilith.
Can we put like a bounty on the
They must,
on getting their
people must
docs?
be looking for them
Oh,
already.
if we could get photos of them, that'll be huge. Savannah, Lilith, and Roe are their names. And also, so I stream every once a week or whatever. I watch them. And so then last week, I was streaming an episode, and in the live chat was one of them. And she goes, what? So I've done, this was at episode 40.
Okay.
I've done 40 episodes. And then in the chat, she starts chatting. She's like, what the fuck is this? I was just updating my YouTube channel, and YouTube just recommended me this. What is this?
So she doesn't realize there's an entire community discussing.
She has no idea. And like my streams get more views than their actual episodes.
Oh my
on
god,
YouTube.
that's awesome.
I think they got a lot of listeners like on whatever, like just audio. But and she's like, and she was in the chat like the whole time, being like, what the fuck is going on? She's calling everybody scrotes.
Oh
That's what
yeah,
they're saying.
scrotes. I kind of like how they're like they're gonna be fat and useless forever. At least they're having some sassy fun with it.
I have some of their merch actually.
Oh, you do? Let's see
Oh,
Yeah, look at that. And it's me.
Scrote tears. Wait, did they make that? So they sell
This
that
is
to their
their
fans?
official merch. Scrote Tears
Wow.
merch.
So you guys have an ongoing feud.
Women just can't do nicknames. Like I don't feel
No.
anything being
Honestly,
called a
this one looks
scrote.
like Ryan.
Who's the
Oh,
black
yeah, it
one?
does.
We don't know, but then she was
Yay.
in the chat, and then I was like, "Hey, did you?" Because I had to know because we thought they used our face, and then I was like, "Did you make these based off of us?" And she's like, "No, that's just like this is what scrotes look like."
Do they have any like recurring bits for?
Yeah, so they have a Patreon, and they have this thing called if you subscribe to their Patreon, they have this thing called Roast a Scrote, where you can tell a story like about some dude who's a scrote, and then they roast him. 3 chicks, not comics, roasting some guy. It is maybe the worst thing you've ever listened to.
That
It's
sounds
like
amazing.
never funny, ever even remotely. It's so brutal.
That sounds like cyber harassment. That's against the Patreon TOS.
So the best place for me to find
Maybe.
this is on your channel. You guys talk about it, YouTube.com.
You can just you can either just or just go
Danny.
female dating strategy on YouTube, and you can if you just want to listen to an episode.
Yeah.
Like
Check
last
it
week,
out.
the one I listened to is they were talking about John Cena and his 75-page girlfriend contract.
Huh.
He has a contract for his girlfriends.
Yeah, 75 pages.
Well, he needs an NDA. Every celebrity should have an NDA for every girlfriend because they
Yeah.
all go nuts. And
Every
write
man
these
should
fucking-
have an NDA for his girlfriend.
yeah. No, this was if you move in and if you move into his house as his girlfriend, I guess Nikki Bella, who's also a wrestler, she's also famous, right? But not as famous as him, and she had to sign this 75-page thing. And in the contract, it just refers to her as his house guest.
That's fascinating.
Cool.
It's pretty fucked up. Yeah, he's
What do you think
badass,
about
except for the whole
sexual
China
consent
stuff.
forms, Dick? You remember when they were trying to push those?
I don't like them because then if I'm missing one, I gotta say like, oh shit, I gotta fudge one real quickly.
I was having a manic episode, and I was convinced I was going to become a millionaire with what I called the consentdom. And it was going to be a consent form contained in a condom package.
Oh wow.
So you ripped it open, and there's a little tiny form, one for you and one for her, to say, I consent to this sexual encounter. And the idea is you would distribute them at, college
Loser
campuses.
conventions.
Glued. So, it'd be glued to a condom. It was like a 2-pack.
Yeah, staple
Yeah.
it.
That's
And,
funny. When women want to become millionaires, they just poke holes in condoms.
I remember this.
that was when I was really off the rails.
I remember a bit that I wanted to do, which was you bringing in ideas that you had. Do you remember that? It was like a year ago. I said,
It's a
man,
good-
we should do a bit where
I have
you
a
bring
lot
in
of-
one
I
of
got a
these
lot of
ideas that you're
ideas.
talking about.
Vito, the inventor,
Yeah.
the consentdom.
Um,
And I went and I registered the URL and everything, and then I realized I was like, I have no idea how to manufacture this, nor would I want to.
how much were you going to charge?
I was like, I gotta find I don't know, it was gonna be
$100
like
bucks?
it was gonna be one of those things where I convince colleges, hey, consent's really important. So for $100,000, we'll do like a seminar and have like speakers.
You were gonna do it.
No, well, that was the problem. That was the biggest problem with the plan, was that I was gonna have to hire
How the fuck have you
some
been
fat
keeping this
chick
secret
with
for
pink
years?
hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't really look like the face.
No,
of
I was like, that was the
consent.
thing, is like anyone, the second they saw me, they would know it was a scam. And I would have had
Why?
to find some like big fat, like dumpy lady, you know, to like give the speech.
Or wear a wig.
Well, I mean, I
you a
honestly, that
lady
would
now?
I could have went
I don't
trans
think
and
you need
seen
a
what
big
happened.
fat dumpy lady. Put a wig on.
I'll send you the.
Why would you want a big fat dumpy lady to do
with
it?
like, you know, with pink hair, and she had a nose ring, and she gets up and she goes, you know, kids, the thing about consent is, you know, they all.
No, you gotta get like a hot broad.
Yeah, I
He's
guess
like,
it's gotta
I love fucking guys, and they're sucking their dicks, and here's an
That's
awesome
true.
consent form.
And what's awesome is consent. Consent is sexy.
That's the sexiest thing ever. And then all the guys buy it. Women don't buy condoms.
This
just
was at
guys
the
do.
height of like, you know, all the social justice stuff was going on.
Oh.
I would have needed like some of those guys. You know?
Now I'm back on Twitter. Yeah, no more social justice for you, bitch. It's fucking over. Put the forks down, you fucking pigs. I'm fucking back,
Yeah,
baby.
see, now with this show, I can never do
You
it.
get me hyped
I
up,
can never
dude.
be the face of a sexual
When can you
consent.
tweet again?
12
like
hours.
8 hours
8
from
hours
now?
They actually told you. You go. You're. How did you find out? Did they
Well,
email you?
they emailed me and it said, we looked at your account and we've decided to unsuspend you.
I wanna
And
check
I
if I'm
just
unsuspended
stopped in
yet.
the middle of traffic and put my car in park and got out.
Got
and
out on
went,
the freeway.
and then I came home and logged.
Incredible.
It says you need to do new steps to log in. I came home and logged in, and I had like 2 seconds of Twitter freedom, and then it said, "Boom, you've been locked. We've detected that
They
you
do that,
fucked up,
though.
and you're locked out for
Yeah.
12 hours." And then they sent me the tweets that caused my 12-hour suspension. And it was like backed up reports of what I had said before the bans. I was like 6
Right.
years
It's
old
like a little
tweets.
glitch, probably.
So did
Yeah.
they say please delete these or something? or that they'd already been deleted?
No, but I'm on like a normal 12-hour suspension. So
That's fine.
I don't know.
This is wild.
It's wild times, man.
Bullshit, 'cause
Elon
I
Musk,
applied
true
before
American
you, and I'm
patriot.
still waiting to hear back.
And they switched. I was only following Trump. I had only followed Trump on that account forever because I was like my bit. And who else do you need to follow, honestly? 5 years ago. And they switched it from me following the real Donald Trump to a Twitter account that was archives of his tweets.
That's
Oh.
weird.
Yeah.
That's super weird.
Fucking that Vijaya bitch did that. I bet.
yeah.
Can you?
Saw what kind of nonsense they were getting up to tonight. I don't know if you saw the Twitter files part 2, but
Oh,
No,
I
I
have
didn't.
been looking a little at that. They've confirmed like shadow bannings and certain
just basically everything that everybody thought. They go,
Yeah.
they
I
where
did.
you
feel
go,
like
I think
this
I'm on
is-
a list that makes it so my tweets don't go wide, and they're like, no, we don't have that. Of course, they
crazy.
fucking have that. Yeah.
I feel like this is proof that nobody needed. Right? Like I see like
I'm
right wing guys
glad-
going like, look at this shit. I'm like, man, I don't need to fucking see that. I already fucking knew it, idiot.
I don't know. It
Yeah, of
feels like
course.
Elon Musk like confirming it. Like really.
Well, it's for the people on the left who were saying that it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Because all the people on the left are like, no, it's
no,
not happening.
you're just a
your
bigot. And
tweets
nobody
suck."
likes you, and it's like, no,
Exactly.
I'm a
You go,
bigot, and
no.
everyone
Both.
loves me, and I should be promoted far and wide.
Okay, Vito, what's your problem?
Well, my problem, Dick, is a certain individual who some people love. I frankly do not agree. This man's name is Adolf Hitler. Now, I don't know if you've heard about
Adolf
this guy.
Hitler is your problem?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if you've heard about this guy, Dick. He's been in the news recently.
Recently, since like the last 60
yeah,
years.
he kind of doesn't leave the news for some reason. You think that like eventually the news would be able to get away from this guy?
Yeah, no.
And everybody just keeps pulling him back in.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's a certain individual, Mr. Ye, a musician who we've discussed, who recently, and it happened right after we did, I think it was like a day after Destiny came on our
Yeah.
show, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, we got to talk about this, but it came right out. Went on the InfoWars program with a Mr. Alex Jones.
Fuck that guy.
Shut up.
He should go. He should be in jail for the stuff he said about the Sandy Hook kids. He should be in jail. $1 trillion
You're really
is
trying
not
to keep
enough.
your Twitter account now, huh?
Fuck Alex
Really?
Jones.
Now you're
no,
really
he went on.
protecting it.
He went on Steve that homosexual guy.
Steven Crowder,
Yeah, he
yes.
went on his show and said that Nick Fuentes shit all over Nick Fuentes.
Oh, God forbid anyone shit on Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. God forbid anyone shit on Nick Fuentes.
It's true. Well, Nick Fuentes was
That
at
man
this.
is God's perfect angel.
Nick Fuentes seems to be he's whispering in somebody's ear, more of a devil on your shoulder, as I might say, as he seems to have convinced Mr. Ye that this Adolf Hitler fella is quite a lovable character, as Ye has proclaimed. I love Hitler. He says there's a lot of good things about Hitler. Well, Dick, I went looking, and I got to tell you, I can't find anything.
You can't find any good things about
this
Hitler?
Individual. I just can't find anything.
What'd you find? I see you highlighting everything.
Well, let's see here. Now it turns out.
Did you highlight the negatives or what?
Just facts I found. Interpret them however you want.
Okay.
Turns out that in 1933, the year that Hitler assumed total power, political opponents, gypsies, Jehovah's Witnesses, and homosexuals were imprisoned at Nazi camps. Following 1938, Hitler's forces filled those camps with Jewish prisoners. And get this, Dick, here's why he did it. Simply because they were Jews. Now, I thought you were reaching for the horn for a second.
Here, wait.
Honestly,
Now, that doesn't sound like good behavior, Dick. Persecuting people based on their ethnic identity, is that fair?
Yeah, but was it legal?
It was legal under the laws he created. That doesn't seem reasonable.
Oh, good point.
Not to mention, have you heard of this Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass?
Yeah.
Which led to the murder of 96 Jews and the burning of between 1,000 and 2,000 places of worship. Well, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
What,
you know what they don't
synagogues?
tell you is who owned the glass replacement companies.
Shut up, Danny. In
He
early
burned 1,000 synagogues
1939,
and only got 90 Jews? That's what you're saying?
well, he was saving all the mass murder
For Germans, they're
later.
not very efficient.
He wasn't in the murdered zone
I
yet.
guess that was the Austrian side of him
He
that was
wasn't-
burning all the crystal
He
knocks.
was getting hyped up. In early 1939, the Nazi Party secretly began the child euthanasia program, under which it murdered disabled children by... well, that's not that bad. Let's see. Hitler...
Oh, so you did find something that you liked about Hitler. You were saying the same thing like 2 weeks ago. You said the same thing,
Look.
that they should be euthanized because they're a drain
I didn't say
on
exactly
families
that.
and society.
I
You
didn't say
said
exactly that. I think
And you said that you would love to go on big shooting sprees. What bigger shooting spree than the Holocaust?
Look, comparisons between me and Hitler aside, of which there may be some
Okay.
similarities.
I need one more. Big shoot. Get rid of mentally infirm people.
Shut up.
Starting World War
Shut up.
II, basically a big shooting spree.
Hitler authorized all phases of the Nazi Party's euthanasia efforts in order to cleanse Germany's Aryan race, leading to the deaths of at least 6 million Jews. The infamous use of gas chambers at Hitler's extermination camps was responsible for much of the killing. Well, that's just... Oh, and then this whole...
That's the worst. Is that the worst, or did you save something?
that's
Is
pretty-
that your worst thing?
I mean, there's a lot of...
You wouldn't even say this to
I
Kanye's
mean, that
face.
mustache was pretty bad.
I would say this to Kanye's face.
Yeah.
I think nobody is really... everyone's really softballing Kanye. Or Ye. Sorry. You
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
dead name.
Yadolf,
motherfucker.
I've been loving.
Yadolf, there you go.
Yeah.
There's been
I've been
yet,
loving
like
Yadolf.
everybody's treating him with kid gloves because there's this weird. Did you see the Gavin McInnes interview?
Oh, that was pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's all-
What did you think about that, Danny? Gavin McInnes interviewing.
I mean, I love that he has Alex Jones and Gavin McInnes like
On
both
their
kind
feet.
of besides themselves,
Yeah.
being like, I don't know. We're like, if we can't reason with this dude and meet him somewhere, like in the middle or whatever, we're like, I don't know.
What's weird is their white man confidence that they go, surely I can convince this black gentleman that Hitler was bad.
I'm watching Gavin McInnes like rehearse his lines in the car,
yeah.
and I'm like, this is the most pathetic. Like, what are you practicing to run game
I
on
know.
like the head cheerleader? That's fucking pathetic, dude. Like they're all trying to walk him back into their version of conservatism, so they can turn around and go like, well, guys, darn it, I try all of those guys
Because they want him. He's a big get.
Oh, that's a huge gut.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. They're all fucking liars. Like anybody who says, like Gavin was saying this, well, people should all be treated like as individuals. There's no such thing as a group. Like, okay, so I guess if you see like a woman driving, you're like, well, I don't know, she could be the greatest driver ever. Duh, she could be super great with money. I guess that's you then, bro, because you never fucking group anybody together.
I mean,
fucking Socrates, thank you so much for enlightening us. I'm so dumb that I'd ever group anybody together. You'd be great for the black vote. Well, you know, everybody's their own fucking person. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, that was
Thanks for your input, you
Tim,
fucking moron.
Everyone makes generalizations, but it is sad. It's sad to watch those videos where very clearly Alex Jones and Gavin are like, God, if I could just get this guy to be my brand of conservative, I'd be
all the
rich.
money.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
He'd be writing.
They're all trying to
songs.
just pry him away from Nick Fuentes. They just want to be
And Candace Owens, I think.
his
still.
Cyrano, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is it that Nick has all the control? Well, but he
Probably
doesn't
because
have.
he's perfect. He's fucking great.
Shut
That's
up
why.
with this shit. He's not perfect.
Yes, he is. He's only 24. You weren't half the man Nick is at 24. He has so much time to learn
God
and
damn it.
teach.
Stop.
He can live to be 90 years old.
Such a fucking.
That's
idiot.
65 years of lecturing about America being first and stuff.
And
Yeah,
lecturing
never-
about how we
never
need to
having a
be a
girlfriend.
Christian Orthodox nation with no pornography and no premarital infidelity of any sort, all of which I know you're against. And
Hitler
you
got
only-
the Iron Cross in World War I. He fought for his country. Have you ever fought for your country?
He fought for the Germans. That's not
World
good.
War I.
World War I was not a good war. It was still a bad war.
Yeah, but
That was the mustard gas war. The Germans were throwing that shit around.
Hitler ruined that dumb little mustache.
Yeah,
Think of how
that's a
annoying it
knock
would be
against
if
him.
everybody was walking around. Imagine hipsters.
Oh, you're saying you're glad the mustache is
I had a
gone?
relative who had that mustache too. He was he survived the Holocaust, a Jewish guy, and he had it because he's like, for whatever reason, he just
It's a good
didn't
look.
wanna
I
get
think
rid
it
of
could
it.
be a good look. I bet I would look great with that mustache.
It was not
and
a good
I
look.
can't do it.
I was 10 years
Didn't
old, I
Michael
go, I
Jordan
couldn't
try
believe
that
it.
mustache? Wasn't he
He
like?
did in a Hanes commercial.
Yeah, he looked great.
Yeah.
Adolf Hitler loved dogs.
best-selling writer.
Best. Well, I
You'd
mean,
be in his DMs all day. Hey Hitler, did you see me at the Netflix protest? I saw
What are you
that
talking
your
about?
book got
I
banned.
don't do
I
that.
saw that your
don't
book got
slide
banned.
in DMs. Fuck you. Why do people tell you stories? Anyway, I just think that this Hitler guy, he seems like he's not a very great guy. I mean, we
Bad
talked
news.
all this final solution stuff. He made these 6 different camps, including the most famous of which was Auschwitz-Birkenau. These were camps meant for murder, Dick. And then afterwards, the Nazi Party was so ashamed of what they had done and afraid of the ramifications that they destroyed the camps because they knew what they were doing was wrong.
You think that was out of
Dick.
shame?
I don't know what it was out of. It was out of something. And then
You know that Hitler was very bitter and jealous of artists who were successful. Did you know that? He was highly critical of contemporary movements like Dadaism
the
and
worst part of this
Cubism,
show is
like
like
ISOM.
Sounds like a red
like
bar.
ISOM. He was anti-ISOM. Was he anti-woke or was he pro-woke? The worst part of this show is that on any other podcast, they go, Hitler, that's a slam dunk, right? And now I know I'm going to check the fucking voting. It's going to be like, Hitler, downvote, terrible problem.
Upvote, you mean? Oh no, downvote.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
downvote.
right. Yeah.
Because our audience is very unpredictable. Guys, I'm just saying there's guys like Hitler, some modern guys who kind of look and remind me of him, maybe Nick Fuentes. And I don't like these kind of guys, you know? They preach a lot of hate. They got a lot of hate in their hearts. They don't like people of different religions, different ethnicities. I mean, and let's put it this way. Hitler was so horrible that
How horrible was
How
he?
horrible 80 years later, he's
Yeah.
able to infect the mind of our great black individuals and convince them that the Jews are up to something. He was a mind virus of a man. He
Plus he
put on
ruined the
that
mustache.
fancy suit and that funny mustache, and he infects and like 100 years of human history, 200 years. When are we ever going to get away from this guy? He never goes away. Every
That's why you got to stop thinking he's a problem.
got to just pretend he doesn't even exist. But how can I when Mr. Ye is out here telling everyone that we need to love Hitler?
Yeah, you know what he's talking about, though, right?
Okay, you think because people keep saying no, it's just this like Christian love everybody thing.
Yeah, but
then he adds on to it.
Wait, let Danny,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say yes. He says the love everyone, but also isn't part of that also forgive everybody, which Ye is not doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So should he not be doing both of those things?
Also, I'm confused.
Seems like he's kind of picking and choosing, which is kind of something that Jews do.
He's also doing when he says like I love Hitler because I'm a Christian. Then he also says like take that, Ari Emanuel.
Yeah, which is like
okay,
that's not an expression of love. You can't love Hitler out of spite for a Jewish executive.
Yeah,
that's not pure Christian love.
Yeah, but you're the guy on Twitter like making pedophile jokes.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you did.
Like occasionally.
So
it's not the only joke I make. Okay. And he's
Saying a
not
bit of a
are you
one-trick
saying
pony,
that
huh?
Ye's making jokes?
I don't know. I'm saying he's saying stuff.
Here's the thing, you can't
I mean,
go
he's mentally
I
ill.
love everybody. I love Jews and I love Hitler. But then he goes the Holocaust didn't happen, which makes me think
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said that a bunch of times. Did you watch it?
I don't know if he said those words.
He didn't say
yes,
it
he
didn't
did.
happen.
Well, he
I
said
thought
he
it
said
was just kind of over exaggerated.
Okay, he said it's exaggerated, and the abortion of black babies is another Holocaust, and we don't.
That's
talk
another
about
weird.
it.
He keeps saying that abortion thing. You go, nobody's forcing abortions on anybody.
Yeah,
I tried. It doesn't work. I
They're
can't even
highly
get a fucking girlfriend to
suggested.
do it.
you know.
Yeah.
They're walking them. They're walking them through it.
Is it different?
Somebody's
okay, but we understand that it's different when like something that's alive and living a life is horribly forced into a gas chamber, as opposed to a thing that never lived is like yanked out of a non-existent.
I don't know if you want to throw.
fluid.
I don't know if you want to conflate the arguments of abortion and the Holocaust. I don't think that's going to go well for
Well, that's
you.
what he's doing.
No, it's not.
And it's going spectacularly.
I don't think
for
you want to
him.
make people pick between abortion and the Holocaust.
I want you to pick.
Abortion.
Which is worse? Put a poll in the chat right now.
I used to do this joke on Twitter that was what was worse, American slavery or the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Like back when you could joke on Twitter, and now I realize like that joke would be the end of me.
Put up a poll. Ask people.
No.
That's you should that should be your first thing back.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure. All right, I think I know he knows the Holocaust happened in some respect, but he's downplaying it weirdly. He's saying like, oh, it didn't really go that way, and it wasn't that bad.
How much more do you want him to play it up, though?
I don't want him to play it up at all. I want him to stop. He's nuts.
I mean, the crazy thing is he's kind of like run out of podcasts to do. Like, what's next?
Dude, on Gavin, he's super boring to listen to. He's also got nothing left to say.
Should he go on the Boys Cast? Would you guys let him on the Boys Cast?
Probably. Yeah. We had Sneeko on there on the Boys Cast like 6 months ago, and now Sneeko's working with Ye.
Yeah.
Oh, we of course have had. What do you call it? Josh Denny on here a couple times, and him and Ye are buddies now.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're texting.
That's wild.
It is wild.
What do you think about
who could have ever predicted that Kanye West would be in our weird fucking corner of the internet?
Apparently, though, he's also like holding court with Owen Benjamin, and that's
Owen Benjamin. Do you see posted a photo of him in this like giant Ye 24 like jean?
Yeah, Owen Benjamin is legitimately insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even more so than Ye.
Would you say that what Ye has right now is black privilege?
Yeah.
The fact that he can say all this stuff and just like I feel like a white man in his position would be truly ruined.
A white man in his position would not have his song still on Spotify. It would be like overnight, everything is gone. He would be like completely unperson. It's only because it's Ye that we have that they'll give him the mental health excuse. They go, well, he's just crazy. Maybe he'll be on crazy in like a month.
Yeah.
But no white guy ever gets the mental health excuse.
What's the crazy part, though? He's saying it on TV? Like, no one would care if he's...
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
Nobody loves Hitler, Dick. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he does.
I just gave you numerous... Yeah, that's
Actually, you know what, Vito? Go look at the comment section of Jordan Peterson's...
No sane person loves Hitler.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have thought that a few weeks ago as well, but go look at YouTube comments. Go look at the guy from the ADL
because they think it's funny.
Did you see the guy from the ADL was on the Breakfast Club yesterday?
Yeah.
Go check out those comments and see if anybody likes Hitler. What's
the sane response when the president of the ADL goes on the Breakfast Club and says, "We gotta get him," before what he says gets to more people? Like, what's the mentally healthy
I saw
response
that.
to a
The
guy
ADL is
saying
really
that?
bad at what they're
Because
doing.
she saw that clip, and I go, "That's got to be out of context." And then I went and listened to the whole interview, and I was just like,
What is
ugh.
wrong with the ADL, man? Just like
I think in my, not to defend him, I think he meant them as we got to get them as in like the ADL get them, but it did not sound like that at all.
Yeah, that's worse.
it sounds pretty bad.
I just want to know what the sane response is.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat with the name YouTube commenter says we are not trolling Vito. Well, thank you, YouTube commenters everywhere.
Yeah.
I think some of you are
Okay.
trolling. Dick, the point is, I do not like this Hitler man.
I do not like him, Sam.
I do not like him, Sam. I am kind of a big jerk, and
He's dead though.
and that's something I can vote up
So
every
he's not a
day of the
problem
week.
anymore.
He clearly still is. His fucking influence, his tendrils have echoed throughout history. And that's
Yeah.
a problem.
His evil tendrils.
Yeah.
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 Like nobody else did anything, right?
I'm not saying no one else did anything. There's a lot of problems in the
Hitler's
world.
so bad because like everyone needs him to be so bad because they're like, well, if it was happening again, I would fucking do
saying
something
he's
about
probably
it.
worse than Seth Rogen, so you could probably vote him up above that. That would be
Seth
reasonable.
Rogen is going to ruin the Mario movie, though.
That's true.
How
That's
many
pretty bad,
Mario
too.
movies has Hitler ruined?
I don't know. I haven't thought about
Danny,
it.
what do you think on Hitler? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
If
What-
anything, he created the Mario movie because it led to us nuking Japan and them revitalizing their economy.
Oh,
So Hitler
More of a
led to
Luigi
Mario.
guy.
you're more of a Luigi.
I'm gonna go thumbs down on Hitler.
Thumbs
just 'cause
down.
this
Thumbs
could get-
down.
This could get clipped out of context, like when Vito said, "I love Hitler."
Oh, there's
earlier.
so many. Yeah, I mean, but now at this point, everyone said it because
Well, I guess
everyone's
I just said
quoted
it
that
too, so.
goddamn interview. Yeah, it doesn't work if you quote. If you go,
You think he's worse than Alex Jones, Hitler?
I think he's worse.
Because
than
Alex Jones
Jones.
killed,
Yeah.
basically terrorized those
Shut up a
parents.
school.
Yeah.
Stop making me feel bad.
That's
for
what I
Alex
heard.
Jones.
You shouldn't feel bad for Alex Jones. He's a demon.
Are they going to collect any of that money? Because that settlement is ridiculous.
I hope they
That's
beat it out of
that's
him.
the most American shit ever. They go, well, "You owe $1.5 billion."
But even if they get $50
give you
million out of
10
him, which is
million.
what they're saying, I'm like, that's absurd. He didn't kill anybody.
He should
I
have
mean,
to
what
work
did
for them.
McDonald's have to pay for that fucking drive-through hot coffee?
Hey, that was a real one. That really melted that lady's privates.
Yeah, that actually
I
did.
guess. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that's
And
so normal in
inspectors
America
had been
for
to
these
that store
crazy
numerous
judgments.
times and said, this coffee is like literally scalding hot. Turn it down.
yeah.
You know this story backwards and forwards.
I go to
So
McDonald's.
McDonald's,
I know all the
sorry.
McDonald's lore.
Okay, our problems are Hitler,
Yeah.
the war on anonymity, and the female dating strategy podcast. Right?
Fantastic.
Danny, do you want to give your plugs and stuff, and then we're gonna listen to
My
some
plugs
voicemails.
are follow, subscribe to me on YouTube _ Danny, or just my full name, Danny Polishchuk, youtube.com/Danny Polishchuk. Danny jokes everywhere. Tuesday nights, I got my call-in show, Low Value Mail. Wednesday nights, The Bathhouse, which is live from the Stand Comedy Club. It's a call-in show as well. Friday, The Boys Cast with Ryan Long. That's it.
God, you're doing shows 3 nights out of the week?
Oh, and I stream the Female Dating Strategy podcast pretty much on Sundays. So,
Jesus.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
That'd be a
great.
good
been
show.
streaming. Yeah.
All right, well, everybody
It's
check
hell.
it out.
It's hell for everybody involved.
Don't forget to vote on the problems at biggestproblem.show.
Okay, here's some
We'll see
voicemails.
which is worse, Hitler or a dating podcast.
Well, you didn't say what's worse. We're saying what's the problem.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Oops, my mouse froze. Hold on.
It's your mouse.
There we go.
The live show. For those of you who watched the video. Hey guys, this is a guy who passed out at the live show.
Yeah.
For those of you who watched the video, I can be seen in the front row on the right, wearing the waifu watcher shirt, being the only one dancing when
That's the guy
Vito
who
was
passed
doing his
out?
stinger.
Yeah.
So listen, I got a few things here. First of all, to the guy who wrote in saying that audience participation is a problem. Listen, I've been listening to Dick since episode 1 of the original Biggest Problem.
No,
I think
no.
I deserve a little bit of audience
No.
participation.
No.
Yeah, I'm owed at least that. I've been paying Patreon long enough. I fund the show.
No.
Second of all,
You
all right, don't tell me, other guy, that you know how drunk I got, and I don't know how drunk I got. Listen, man, I was using the tree as a pillow, first of all.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then it just
Passed
ends.
out again.
Okay, here's the deal. You can be the biggest fan in the world. You can buy everything in the world. don't participate. You can cheer and you can shout out a couple things.
Yeah.
But then you end up like that one guy who just would not stop interrupting over on the other side. And I don't care how many episodes he's listened to, it was fucking up the show.
Yeah. That was funny when you yelled at him, though.
I couldn't even tell. So,
Yeah, it was funny.
All right, good.
Okay,
You do a bunch of live shows, Danny. You deal with a lot of stupid heckler idiots who come.
Honestly,
from
it's so
YouTube.
crazy because I do so many live call-in shows. I don't have any kind of screener. I pick up the phone every time.
Yeah,
and it's unreal that I haven't had any issues. Really, we had one episode of the Bathhouse where we were getting prank called a lot. But I think it was just someone who kept spoofing a number, and so
most of the call-in stuff is just fine.
It's honestly totally fine. And again, I don't have the FTC. I'm not on the radio. I'm on YouTube. So if someone really says something crazy, I hang up on them.
Yeah.
So,
well, this was actually at our
deal.
live show. We had people who think because they listen to us on YouTube, they can come to a live show and yell as if they're listening to it in their house. And we were like, yeah, just don't
Sounds like
do
you
that
gotta,
as much.
Sounds like a lot of your listeners are
douchebags. Yeah, autistic
douchebags.
Voted up.
Douchebags,
No, I
no,
love her.
autistic.
I love. Yeah, you're right.
That's an autistic thing to do.
Okay, here we go.
This is a giant problem, bro. The fact that all of a sudden there's these AI-generated self-images of each other, and without a doubt, everybody's looking, better than what their own reality looks like. Now,
cut him.
Just cut him, guys. 30 seconds. Get it out.
Practice it.
If you load a voicemail and it says 1:14 and it starts off with, the thing is, guys, just cut it.
See, it's funny when you're doing that.
Okay,
right.
but I don't. You can tell.
Here's another one.
Try recording that again, whoever that was. Get it. 30 seconds. You get.
Oh shit! I deleted it. All right.
Whatever.
Here's another one.
Vito framed his bad blood problem around the internet when really he should have framed it around your girlfriend not liking one of your friends. Because I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this. Well, fuck, of course you've experienced it. They're in the office. And they don't like one of your friends, and they ask you, hey, where the fuck have you been? What have you been doing? Oh, I've been hanging out with so-and-so, and they have to go on for a fucking hour-long rant about how terrible a person that is and how they don't like them and how they don't ever want to see them, and if they're anywhere that you are, that they're not going to go, and blah, 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 blah. It's fucking...
Oh, yeah, no. Don't not go where I am. That would be horrible.
I'm always the friend who the girlfriend hates. So...
Why?
I'd be like, hey, can we hang out? He's like, I don't know. My girlfriend's around, and she doesn't like you at all. I don't know, because they see a big fat guy, and I'm a huge misogynist asshole, and it rubs them the wrong way. I think all women are whores.
Okay. One
That's
more.
not true. I love women.
Okay.
Women are the best.
One more. Here we go.
Fuck you, Vito.
Okay.
Okay, I'll admit, I'm a bit of an incel, and went on a date, though, today, so that was good.
Good job.
I get, we're talking, and then she brings up that spiders are actually good, and you shouldn't kill them. And what I'm thinking about, instead of, trying to pretend to be normal for the pretty girl that I'm talking to, I'm now thinking about your fat fuck ass explaining that
spiders are pointless.
Spider apologists are actually evil.
Yeah. Well, they're pieces
because I agreed with you on that, but now it's like I have to just restrain myself from.
No, fuck
what
it.
I'm saying is I don't need you putting more impediments, giving me more reasons to hate women. Honestly, I should stop listening to the show, but
you
should. Is funny.
If you don't want to hate women, listening to anything in the Dick Show
Anyways, I'm
universe
saying
is
I agree with
probably
you, but also stop bringing in problems I agree with, because then it causes problems for me. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Take care of yourself. Spiders are pointless.
Danny, what do you think about spiders?
Not a huge fan of them. I don't think they're pointless, though.
Well, what do you think about people who are like, they see a spider and they're like, I got to bring it outside because it's so important to the environment?
Oh, that's nonsense.
It's going to really help my crops when the harvest
One of
comes
them?
in. Exactly.
Yeah, one spider.
No, come on.
It always makes a difference.
Well, that's the argument. Did you know spiders kill other spiders, which is a reason spiders are good?
Yeah. Okay.
Follow that logic if you can.
You want to do the super chats?
Yeah,
now,
where are we?
Vito? Can you
Where are we
see
starting
there?
from?
I think this one.
Just drag it. Oh no, you can't cover it up.
No, I can't cover Danny's face.
It's not that one from Evil whatever. That one's from the last show.
Well, you could read it if you want.
Well, who knows if this is from the last show? But Evil Fossil for 1111 with 3 praying black hands. Thank you.
There you go.
Inshallah. John Riffs for 10. 2 out of 3 hosts are gay twice in a row. LOL. Those who don't stand with Ye would not have stood with MLK.
That's absolutely right. If you don't stand with Ye, you wouldn't have stood with MLK.
That's not true. I don't follow that
MLK
logic. I don't follow that logic at all. Vinley for a big $50. Give me a ding, Dick. Says, I just made my fiance cry. Inshallah. Damn Cheetos. Well, inshallah to you, my brother.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir. Pete Oxenham for 2. Any chance this guy can say something more outrageous? I love him. Thank you, Pete. Who's he talking to? CG for 5. Who is actually excited for a 3.5-hour-long Fern Gully sequel that sounds like a gay version of the Clockwork Orange torture? I actually can go to the critic screening of Avatar too, but I'm not going because I hate the 3D glasses.
I haven't even seen the first one.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I hate those 3D glasses too.
I get a headache. I'm gonna get half an hour in and I'm gonna have to leave. Benjamin for $9.89. Vito seems like a weak and floppy handshake guy.
Why?
I was confirmed that I gave great handshakes and at the previous live show, your Road Rage.
I'm done doing I fucking hate handshakes, man.
Well, I just fist bump. I always try to do a fist bump. Less contact, less germs, quicker, more efficient.
Yeah.
Riley for 10. Tonight I'm using. Oh no, this is mint salad. Tonight I'm using cinder blocks in my dinner salad instead of croutons. Because the man Dick Masterson is back.
Yes!
Back
I'm gonna
on
stay up
Twitter.
all night. Tweet. What's the first thing I should tweet?
Well, that's the thing. You got to plan your first tweet back.
I don't want to plan it. I just want to go from the hip. Ba 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 ba.
No, it's got to be.
I'll post that Raelian shit.
Don't post the Raelian thing. Oh God. Hey, David March is here. Good friend David March. 5. Panel question. Would you marry a girl who has been with 350 guys? No.
Tell me Tanaka. Yes, absolutely.
No.
What kind of dumb question is that?
I mean, she would have to. Oh, there's just like. I think even if she doesn't have like an STD, there's just some weird ancestral taint going on in there.
You're talking about the hottest porn star you just would not want to fuck?
I would just constantly be thinking of all the cum that had been around.
That's fucking gay.
I know.
What?
I hate cum. I think it's gross.
You sucked a guy's dick.
Oh, they didn't come. Or at least they didn't come in my mouth.
Couldn't you taste it like bubbling around and shit in there?
I don't know. I wasn't like going like too aggressive on it. I wasn't like.
Damn, I should have read your early
like,
life section on Wikipedia.
Anyway, I think cum's disgusting. I hate it.
Well, why would you be thinking about it when you're fucking a girl then?
Well, if
she'd be pretty hot too. Like this isn't some.
If she's had sex with 350 guys, that's 350 loads.
At least.
That's like a swimming pool full of cum that has been on and in and around her.
Why does more loads? Like, why is 1,000 worse than 1?
Because 1, you can go like, all right, I can brush it off. You know?
It's already gone. What do you mean?
I'm saying I think it lingers. It's like ghost cum. It's like forever attached to her.
Ghost.
That's just how it feels mentally to me.
Do you think about that?
I try not think about that stuff generally.
Well, that's why you're a more healthy.
You know what? You should practice
individual.
meditation. You got to be in the moment.
Anytime I close my eyes, I see cum, so it's never gonna work.
Okay.
Just
the meditation. I've tried.
Down. Yeah.
Maybe I need a better mantra. Anyway, David, that was my answer. Dick says yes. Danny, would you marry a girl who's been with 350 guys?
Sure.
There you go.
I mean, I wouldn't marry her, but
it says, "Would you marry?"
Well, I would lie about it. Like, oh yeah, we're getting married, sure.
Okay, you would lie to a woman about potentially marrying her.
That's the same. That's the context of his question.
You can't just say. You just want to sleep with Hitomi Tanaka. I get it. Cool for 2. Thank you all for not killing yourselves. We're doing our best. Benjamin for $9.99. You don't have to work out your body, Vito. Just work out your face. You got a big fat face. Krebzula for $5.55. Hey, Dick, any relation to Danny Masterson, the actor from that 70s show, accused rapist, currently on trial? Well, actually,
no, he's free.
He's free.
Yes, more freedom. It's a big week for freedom.
Yeah, well,
Danny's out to rape another day.
Don't. That's not what.
He's my cousin. I gave him tips.
No, you didn't. Please don't make that part of the lore.
Why? He's innocent.
What was it? It was a mistrial.
Innocent.
It's not the same
Not
as
guilty.
innocent.
It is literally innocent. It's not guilty. That's fucking innocent.
not
Welcome
what it
to
is.
America, bro. Maybe in Hitler's Germany, it was partially innocent, but in America, it's fucking innocent, dude.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Reek, did I ever tell you I was on a reality show with Danny Masterson?
No.
It was like a prank
Did he
show.
rape you?
Did he rape you?
No, but I brought my friend was the mark, so I brought him to this house and told him that these 2 beautiful women wanted to have sex with us.
You're gonna suck his dick and not let him come.
No. There's 2 beautiful models, and I told them they really want to fuck or whatever it was.
Okay.
And then me and one of the girls went in the other room, and then he was stuck out there with the other girl, and then her husband comes home, and it's like a whole thing, right? And the idea is Danny Masterson was in a sound booth going, "Tell him to say this. Oh, it'll be funny if he said that." And it was all fake, obviously, and we never met Danny Masterson even once. And now I'm realizing because of this, I will never be able to get footage of that ever again because it has been memory hold.
Oh, because of the rape?
Yeah.
Or the rape that didn't happen. The consensual sex?
Yeah. So you'll never get to see me awkwardly leave my friend.
We'll find it.
It's a good story.
Too bad.
I'll have to tell the whole story sometime. Reek, Vito, Hitler is the Hanukkah monster. Or Mel Gibson. That might be true. That would be cool if the Jews at Hanukkah had a little stuffed Hitler and the kids had to fight it or set it on fire or something. I don't know. It had a little something, but that's my Christian.
I thought you didn't
upbringing.
like Hitler.
Well, that's my Christian upbringing. Is I always want little characters and fanciful tales.
You love Hitler. You couldn't live without him. Who would you blame? Who would be the bad guy then? Fucking Thanos?
I don't love Hitler. This
Thanos?
is ridiculous. Michael Fee for 5 says, Vito, your willingness to say Negro is hilarious. You need to start saying Heb, TBF to the Jews. Benjamin for $4.99. Vito as the prosecutor in the Nuremberg trials. I would have done great.
No one could have failed.
I would have
I guess.
Well, a couple of those guys were a little squeaky. Pete Oxenham for 10. Congratulations, Dick, for being back on Twitter. Stoked to have you back, buddy. Politics aside, I hope these liberal veto-style folks will finally decide TBF to Alex Jones, too. Hashtag free Alex Jones.
Kill Alex Jones. In Minecraft.
No. We love Alex, apparently.
I don't.
Shut up.
I hate him.
You love him.
Why could he treat someone's parents like that and their families?
Despicable.
Well, once he pays the $1 billion, we'll all forgive him.
Not me.
Reek for 2. Dick, Vito is definitely more than twice the man. Thank you.
Okay.
CG for 5. I'm old enough to remember when at least 6 million Jews used to be up to 6 million
I'm
Jews.
not old enough to remember that, so you must be pretty old.
Yeah, I don't remember all the numbers.
I love that Vito reads this in such a classic broadcaster voice, too.
Yeah, and they're all horrible comments about Hitler.
Like the worst comments, but you sound like
for
such a
$4.99. The thing about
broadcaster.
the Jews is they're sneaky, grubby-handed little devils who I just don't trust as far as I can throw them. Thank you, commenter. Yeah, not good. Drunken Atheist Studio for 5. Great episode. I saw Danny do stand-up in Chicago last year. Got to grab drinks with him, Ryan, and the Quartering. Good times. Well, that sounds
Cool.
Got fucked up there.
And Maladroit for $9.99. He may not be able to make a car that doesn't explode, a spaceship that doesn't explode, or a brain chip that doesn't explode, but at least he unbanned Dick. So I guess Elon's okay. Here's close to $8.
He didn't do it fast enough, though.
You really going to nitpick this man? He just got in there. He had a couple priorities before unbanning the great Dick Masterson. All right? He's fighting for his life up there.
I'm not grateful of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he
Hopefully
brought back
Vito's
his
next.
friend Ye, and what does Ye do? Immediately betrays him.
Immediately fucking banned Ye.
Well, Ye
So,
betrayed his trust.
Now I still have to keep Truth Social or
He went to
whatever.
Ye, and he's like, you're definitely not going to post any weird variations of the swastika, right? And he's like, absolutely not, Elon. Everything's going to be great. And then immediately, swastikas
Oh, thank
and
God
Hitler
no
and
one
all.
saw the swastika again. Oh, fuck. Well, God forbid anyone sees a fucking swastika
Every
around.
time I see it, I feel
He should have
like-
posted that fucked up one that was all drawn like someone was learning
the
for
one
the
that was
first time.
Yeah, it's all backwards and shit.
Okay. Danny,
What a
thanks
show.
a lot for coming on, man.
One more time, guys, go
My
to
pleasure.
youtube.com/_Danny to find all the great Danny Polishchuk stuff. He's got a million shows, and we love them all.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Yeah.
to vote on the problems at biggestproblem.show. Dick, can you show us our top supporters real quick?
Oh, yeah.
And it looks
I
like
hate
we got
this
maybe
part.
one last super chat. We'll maybe read that one real quick.
I think I messed up on the. Hold on.
Just put anyone. It doesn't matter. I haven't updated it, so.
Okay.
I'm gonna update it. All right, look, it's about a month. Our top supporters. We do have a new bonus episode. The biggest problem in the holidays, talking about Christmas, Chanukah, Kwanzaa, and all your favorites at patreon.com/biggestproblem. We are currently under $6,000 a month, so these stingers will stop.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
fucking people
okay.
don't stop penny pinching. Oh, I gotta buy my kids presents. Pay for the bonus episode.
Buy them a bonus episode.
You
Put their
pieces of
name.
shit.
It's like naming a star after them. You name an episode after them.
Buy your kids a subscription to The Biggest Problem.
Okay.
Danny, thanks for coming by. It's been great having you.
My pleasure.
Danny.
Thanks for so much for having me.
Absolutely. And I'm
All
going
right.
to check out all your talking about this fucking lady podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
excited.
sounds
I'll
great.
do it. I'm gonna do another one on Sunday if anybody wants to join us in hell. It's torture.
All right. Well, that's a show.
All right,
Okay.
later, boys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace.